These are the Tibetan flags. The flags carry positivity. And that's the reason it's always held in front of flowing wind. So that if the wind passes through the flag, it will carry the mantras written on it in the house, or it may shower on you. There was this beautiful view from my window. Till the horizon, it was spread as farthest as it can. The greener and cold winds. Hi, this romantic atmosphere. After this, we checked out from this hotel because it was for only one night, and we had our full fat breakfast with the North Indian parathas and sandwiches. Tea was available, everything was available. We had full fat breakfast, huge breakfast, and we headed towards the ghats again. And in the ghats, it was like everywhere available that everybody has vomited. And same happened with the full fat breakfast, we vomited again. So be prepared for all these things. It is going to be part of the journey. And lot many times, this is the location where we stopped for vomiting. Like everybody was vomiting, and I have named it as vomiting spot. See, look at towards the stones, the way it is, the mud, the beautiful texture. I love it. Now we were heading from Shimla to Kufri, the next spot to enjoying the trip. While moving towards the Kufri, we saw a lot of Himachali people, we saw a lot of tourists, we saw the pink cheeks of the girls, we saw the different trees, we saw the white mountains far away from here, and it was visible. It was like, we are here, finally we are here. Every time being in Maharashtra or being in Pune, I used to feel like, what is the fad of Maggie? You eat it every day here. What is the huge thing? Let's have some parathas, lachas, some kind of dal makhni, rajma chawal over there. And what are you going to eat? Like Maggie over there? But after this whole experience of the food or whole experience of however we had traveled, Maggie was the only survival board over here because it was like kind of the thing which was close to us. So finally we had that Pahado Wali Maggie. It's so beautiful. It is the warmest thing you can have over there. It's quickly available and it's very tasty because you're so hungry, you're so damn hungry, and you don't have anything to eat for lifelong, it feels like. But as soon as we entered into the Kufri, we saw a lot of adventure spots over there. There was this Khatcher ride, there was this temple above, and a lot of apple forest something, and we were not excited. We were overexcited in the different sports, and it was like again charged. So we rather saved the money. We were roaming around Kufri. So one of the driver was really very cute. He was wearing a muffler which was made from like woolen, of course, but it was made by his wife. And he said, "Mari gharwali ne banaya hai." It was so cute. When we were moving around in the Kufri, whatever the roads were available, a lot of tourists were there. We were finding a little bit of snow here or there or towards the mountain, but it was not that much snow was not available. It was normally dry. Then again, if you want to have the washroom stuff, you can go over there and you can have food, you can have shopping, little bit, just the things which are kind of mostly available. I will tell you the details about the shopping, where you must shop and where it is cheaply available, and you must invest over there because somewhere the prices are too high and somewhere too it is very low. Few of the people were running towards the campfire, however, wherever it is available, and we were trying to do it the way it is shown over here. Few of my friends were clicking photographs. There were shopping spots available, but it was not that good. And I will tell you where to exactly shop because many a times it was like you just shop towards the Manali Mall Road, but it is quite expensive, little bit. The prices are too high. So this was the day 3 ending, and we headed towards Manali with a huge traffic on the road and for like 8 hours, and we finally reached to Kasol. While moving towards Manali at the night traveling, we almost like 10:30 or 11 we stopped at the hotel to have the dinner. Everybody in the bus had dinner. I was like, I'm not going to digest, my body is not going to digest, so I don't want to have food right now. I'm not going to have the dinner. A lot of people are forcing me to have dinner. If you have the problem of vomiting, please don't eat the food very late because you're traveling continuously. Even after eating, you're not going to digest it quickly because you have to sit in the bus in the next 5 minutes. So it is not possible. So I tried to, not have anything at that time. Later on, what I observed was after like 5 to 10 minutes, everybody was vomiting because you are not used to that much of traveling. So be prepared to be a little bit of hungry at many times, and try to have food in the daytime as much as possible. Don't shift your dinners very late. Don't try to eat it very far. If you're hungry, even if you're not hungry, have it. Let your body digest it because you're going to travel more. So finally in the morning at 6:30 we reached in Kasol. This was the time when we saw the Kasol river full of blue lights. It was flowing very normally, nothing like different. We saw the mountains a little bit close to us, the white mountains close to us. The sun was rising and the white mountains turned into orange canvas. Wow, the way it was looking, it was beautiful. And this was the morning time. Nobody was there on road. We tried to lit some campfire over there to keep us warm. Then we had the breakfast like jam bread, butter bread, omelette is available, tea is available. You can have that. And at 11 o'clock something, we moved to Manali and we had check-in in this hotel, which was really very beautiful. I don't want to mention the names of the hotel where I have stayed, but I would say this hotel was completely white. Whole of the architecture was white. Beds were white, bed sheets were white, staircase was red carpet. The theme was really very good. Food was not that good in this hotel, but yeah, the architecture was quite fine and you can stay over here. Next spot, we had the meeting. Our tour guide said to us that we are going to have our first ever day in Manali and we are going to move towards Hidimba Devi temple, the most famous spot in the trip, or the most famous spot in Manali, the must visit. So do you like to listen to the stories of mythology? I am a huge fan of it. I am also a huge fan of Mahabharata, and this story is from Mahabharata. So Bhim, the one of the five Pandavas, and Hidimba, their love story. So during the Agyatwas to hide from Duryodhan, five Pandavas and Kunti were hiding in the forest of Kamakya. Hidimba was the eldest and strongest demon in this sibling. Hidimba was his loved sister. So once what happened when these six people were hiding into the forest, Hidimba changed her total attire from a demon into a normal young gorgeous looking girl and went in front of them. She spent some time with them, and after having a conversation, she spit out the truth by saying to Bhim that this is not my original look, but she just transforms into the demon and says, this is my original look, and I'm in love with you and I would like to marry you. She just proposes him. She's very kind hearted and strong woman, as it is said into the stories. So later on, Bhim agrees to her proposal, defeats her brother because it is the condition that I want to marry the person who is the strongest and strongest than my brother Hidimba. So Bhim defeats Hidimba and then marries to Hidimba, has a married life for like a year and has a son called Ghatotkacha, which we have watched the movie in our childhood. So it is said that Hidimba transformed her into really very kind, generous and strong woman into goddess by doing a lot of meditation over here. She kept on meditating into the cave which is available over here. It is also written over there somewhere that Ghatotkacha's cave or temple is available over there, but we didn't move in that. This temple is wholeheartedly located in the middle of the forest, and it is dense and it is really very good. It is very chilling. And to talk about the temple, it is made up of wooden carvings. It is having a lot of skulls of the different yaks, I would say. They are having the thorns, they are having the beautiful skull, and the architecture is really very superb. Must watch. We cannot shoot it inside, but we can have the overall view from outside. You can wear the Himachali clothes over here. You can move around. You can have a lot of pictures with yak. You can shop over there. You can have a lot of stuff. Even it is very cold. And in spite of having that cold, I went to the temple in the sari the way it is shown over here. After that, we went to Tibetan monastery, which is nearby, like after 2 minutes of traveling. Then there is Manali Mall Road, which is really very famous. You can shop over here with the dress material, with your any of the shawls, which are really very good, the beautiful designs. But do not shop over here the famous or the similar Manali shawls, which are quite available like everywhere, the same things. Please don't shop over there, because I know a different location where you can get it really very at good price. So if you want to shop in like Manali Mall Road, you can shop anything, but do have their 5 layered ice cream, because I couldn't. You can have their gulab jam, rabdi, jalebi, whatever the sweet dishes available on the streets, have it. Please have it. You can have your thermals, gloves, or you can say jackets, whatever you want, the warm clothes. It is available in the market. You can purchase it. Do bargain over there, because I bought the thermal for like 450, 500, and please don't do this to me. I bought the thermal for almost like 450 to 500, and they were charging almost like 1000 rupees. Please don't fall for that. You are localite, say to them. After having a visit to Tibetan monastery, you must visit there. I'm not going to talk about it, but it is really very beautiful. Huge bell is there where you have to rotate it with your hands. You have to go circular. It is a lot more into the spirituality. Then again, one more temple is there where the huge monastery is available. Then you can shop the flags over there. Then there are, when I was in school, one of my class teacher told us the story about this Buddhist people, that whenever they are meditating, they just have this circular bells where you have to just rotate them. So it is totally into like all the three walls, whatever there. You can rotate it with your hands. You can move across over there, and I would say washrooms are available. You can go over there. You can experience the other one, the temple over there. And when you're standing under the ground, you can see a lot of beautiful white mountains right in front of you. There are a lot of cafes, a lot of eatable things. If you're very much hungry from like 2 to 3 days, go have it. After that, almost our hotel was like 2 kilometers away from the Manali Mall Road. We had a good night walk towards our hotel, because rickshawalas were charging 100 rupees for like 4-5 people in the rickshaw. And my group boys didn't agree it, so we had to walk in this cold. I was wearing a sari, I was carrying it and walking 2 kilometers towards the hotel room. Then we had our lunch and we had the huge meeting, because tomorrow was the best and the exciting day of the Manali trip, because we are going to go to Solang Valley. After going to the Solang Valley, you are going to have the adventure sports, and you have to keep the money handy. If it is there in the package, then you don't have to pay. The things which we did over there were tube ride, bungee jumping, zip line, my favorite. When I did the zip line, when I moved from this corner to that corner, it was literally like heading towards behind the mountain, and the view there, it was so beautiful. So beautiful. I cannot describe it. When I reached to the other spot, it was like climbing from very raw ladder. It was quite broken. We were reaching up to the spot again so that we can come back, but the view from above was so mesmerizing. It was so beautiful. Like whole of the area was covered from the snow, and we were playing into the snow. It was so beautiful. You must visit. And the day you are reaching over there, you're watching with your eyes, it feels like now I can die with the peace. It was that beautiful. Next, when I came back, I would like to mention it somewhere. Please don't tell this to my parents, okay? Everybody wants to eat that snow, fresh snow. I had that. I had this cup and old monk with the snow, and my old monk, I had 1 peg, 2 peg, something. And I was trying to make a snowman, which is not possible. If you're watching the Oswald or Pingu and you feel like you want to make a snowman, in the like cartoons have created a lot of huge impression on us, like we need to create the igloos and we need to create the snowman. It's not possible. It's not that easy. It takes a lot of time. So mostly I would rather say already people have created who had a lot of time over there, might be created click pictures with that snowman. But if you want to create your own, it's a little bit difficult because it's not that easy. But you can eat that snow with your old monk also. So again, the tour guide did the same thing and didn't give us the lunch properly. and closed it off with some Maggie. But yeah, but at that time I felt like having tea and Parle-G biscuit. It was that good. AVTV ride is also available. Then you can do bungee pull. It's also good. But when they pull you and throw you in the air, it feels like I want to meet my god now. It is that scary, but must do it. Like it's like you jump off 3 times, but it's quite good. If you want to try this adventure sports, you must go over there. But if you want to play in the snow and just lie down, make the snow fairy, sleep, welcome. Even you can do the skiing. You can so one thing I forgot to tell you, before entering the snow, you have to wear the snowsuit. So snowsuit you have to purchase by your own. It's almost like 1,000 rupees to 1,200 rupees, and you have to purchase if you don't have gloves, goggles by your own, extra charges. Snowsuit is inside the snowsuit. You're wearing 2 sweaters or your thermals, whatever. That snowsuit is there. You're going to look huge. And we returned. We just gave back the snowsuit again, and then we went to Vashishth temple, which is again really very beautiful. And this temple is of Maharishi Vashishth. It's in their Smaranartha. What is called Smaranartha in English? This time, after having the cold water bumshar, cold water showers, I was confused and was always thinking how the people survive over there, how they wash their utensils and clothes. But I got the answer over here near the Vashishth temple, because people over here were washing their utensils with hot water. There were hot bathtub also available over there. You can go over there, you can have the hot water. Again, the temple was also available, and I could see my moon from there, and it was so beautiful. And this is the place where I told you to shop your shawls, which are Himachali shawls, available everywhere. The same designs, you can get it at a good price. If you go outside, it is like around 700 to 800, or maybe more than that, 1,000 rupees. But here it starts from 200, 250, 300, 350, 500, and you can have the same quality, but the rates are quite good. And not more like too much crowd is not available. You can shop here with peace. But as soon as I was shopping over here, I realized I am into minus 18 degrees Celsius, and I started to shiver for the first time. Till this time, I was wearing normal sweater, normal jacket, not that much carrying. But from here now onwards, it was too cold for me. After reaching to the hotel, I had a good sleep. I would like to mention over here, after coming to these places, you don't dream, you just sleep, because it is that much cold. You have to purchase your own heaters. Heaters are available for like 500. You can distribute it with your group. And if you want to have individual, it is for 500 rupees. But you have to take your heaters by yourself, or you have to ask for that heaters. But ACs are for free, you know. So next day, it was day 6, and again the adventurous day of Kasol river rafting.